name is Yip Yew Chong. I'm an artist. I'm born and bred in Singapore, and I have been living in Chinatown for over 25 years. But my mother still stays here.
So you know very well about this area or this place?
I can't say very well. I know what I know. Big job to touch up. Be careful, be careful. Okay, I need to collect the ladder from the property owner first.
So at how old of your age you realize that you have this passion for like arts?
Well, of course, I have been drawing since a little boy. At that time, drawing with crayons, color pencils, paper. And then when I was studying, I used like watercolor, poster color, and even make crafts.
彼女はあれなんだ、コーナーってこ
いや、違う、なんか生徒さんで、
と。あ、そうか。
なんか取りに来たの。
Even in the army, I have been doing creative things. Like signboards, draw logos for the.
So they will appoint you to do all this job, right?
Yeah. Always. In universities also, I will do backdrops for dramas, for events. Be careful, though. You stand here. Very dangerous. No. I did not study visual arts or creative arts formally.
Never.
Never.
So are you
In those days, it's practical to get a professional degree.
Understand.
Right? Yeah.
But arts is
So
also
I
part of the
pursued,
course, right?
accounting.
Accounting.
Yes.
I see. The little girl is a journalist.
Yeah, she study journalism.
But how you get to know him?
So I think she needs to do something like hidden gem. So
Homework.
Homework. So she found him, then he contacted him whether okay to interview or not.
So are you self-taught or you also more or less there is art school when you are in school? I mean, or you are self-taught?
Mostly self-taught. I can't really just say purely self-taught because you learn through observing what people do, right? Looking at how other people paint or draw.
But there must be an interest. Then you observe people, right? Because if there's no passion, even
Yeah,
you
of
have
course.
the.
Yeah.
Okay. So where's your first art piece? I mean, first artwork that you have done, the wall painting, which is
In the public, it's at Everton Road. That's the first public one. Of course, I've done many even before, even in school days,
is it?
but they are not publicly accessible.
I see.
He
Why?
cannot find he want water.
You think that will stop with the ladder? The people also not around.
You want to borrow from other people or not? Maybe ladder.
No, they have. They prepare everything for me already. Oh, it's not yet 10 o'clock.
It's not yet 10 o'clock.
It's very hot and sunny. Why don't y'all get under the shade first?
So, which art you like the most? Is the most memorable one. Which of the art piece that you like the most? So far, you did
The
all
public art?
Yeah, public art.
Okay, public art. My favorite now is my Chinatown home, just down the corner at Smith Street.
There is a few, right? Which one is the one?
My Chinatown home.
My Chinatown home. Oh, there is a subject. My
Yes,
Chinatown home.
yes.
Oh, that is your.
The mother.
Just down the street, Smith Street.
Yeah,
Yes, the one
Because
with
the grey color, then
correct. It depicts my old home in Chinatown, Sago Lane.
Sago Lane.
In the 1980s.
So that piece is you did it on which year? I mean,
Last year,
only last year. Oh, I see.
April 2019.
How long does it take to
Finish
5
one
days.
thing.
5 days?
Only 5 days. She said maybe 2 months or what?
If I take 2 months to paint, I won't be able to paint so many.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to do the touch up. Our shop is going to open soon. Just next.
Oh,
Yeah, on the
Snack?
12th.
just
This
inside
one.
here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just right on timing.
This wall, the water seepage,
Yes, correct.
Crack, right?
Like bulging.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
the whole thing came off.
Yeah.
Like this Detective Conan, 3.5 days.
Oh, 3.5 days. So that one is corroborate with the Conan.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Cantonese opera, 10 days because it's big.
Yeah, so big. But before you pay, you will need to make.
Yeah.
I mean, how to say? Need to
Do
write
the
a draft.
It depends.
Or you just straight on you pay.
It depends on whether the owner or the committee or the approving authorities, how much detail they want to see.
But of course,
If it is not like a rigorous approval process, then some of them I just do a very basic sketch. Let's say it's a national monument like Tian Hock King. Then the Preservation of Sites and Monuments Board also need to approve. Then they have to do a little bit more detail.
Oh, I'm sorry to ask this, but I haven't got your age.
52.
Oh, 52? Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I don't look like it.
Yeah, you really don't. Really, honestly. I was telling them how I thought your children, how your children was in secondary school, maximum. then she told me that they are even older than me.
That one is the biggest. I mean, the Tian Hock Keng is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
biggest, right?
It's the longest,
Longest.
continuous. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah.
not the biggest mural.
Biggest one is.
The biggest is not in Singapore, it's in India. Because that one is 30 meter long but 10 meter high.
so they invite you over to India to do this art piece.
Yeah.
But it's because we are Singaporeans, so why the Indian side invite? They don't have their own art.
Well, they have many artists. It's an art district where many artists are invited to participate and paint on the wall. So over 50 artists from many nationalities have painted in that place. Yeah. It's a very nice district with lots of paintings from all over the world.
So for you're saying that you study accounts, and because accounts, you worry about the in future because arts cannot make so much of the money. But you give up your job as
Not
a,
that I worry about the future. It's just that in those days, you don't really have choice. In those days, thinking of studying art is very difficult.
very difficult.
Yeah, even filmmaking. Now I like to make videos and films. Filmmaking, there are no courses in Singapore that it's practical. Yeah, I was even at one time thinking of like going to Finland to study film.
Film?
Yeah.
But film is quite hard, right? Especially art film is a bit difficult, right?
Not
So-
art film, entire film, just film. In the end, in 2005, I attended a short video making course in Singapore. I think at that time, in the 2000s, there are more choices and options, and these things are more easily accessible. Yeah, unlike in the 80s, 90s, everything is science and technology.
But because a lot of people interview you that you have a very good stable job as an accounts, but you are already retired, right, or semi-retired from this
Yeah,
job,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So you give up, so your salary is actually is very high. Then you just retire with to give up this job.
Not really give up, done enough.
Because you
give up
this
because
job actually.
I'm still a CPA. I still do my continuous professional education every year. Yeah.
Because it's like with this salary, actually you can see the whole world. You can travel around, right? Because
Sorry, what?
you work everywhere, right? In many countries, right? and you travel around many
For
countries.
which job?
Your accountant job.
Oh yeah. My finance job, I get to travel a lot.
To see the world,
Painting
right?
also.
Huh?
Painting also.
Painting also?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How can
Yeah,
you
my
have...
art brought me to many places also.
But
I
actually-
meet different types of people.
Yeah, so I was very surprised. Actually, accounting job is also very stressful, a lot of work. And then, how can you cope up with two of your, one your passion?
There's only the 2.5 years of overlap. I said only, it's actually quite long. 2.5 years where I was still working
Uh-huh.
in finance
Uh-huh.
and also doing art during the weekends.
Yeah,
Monday
that's
to
right.
Friday I was in the office.
And you still,
Then
you are also
Saturday,
married,
Sunday
right?
on the streets painting. When I say in the office, that doesn't really mean just in the Singapore office.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
have to be in Dubai office, the
Yeah.
London office, in Shanghai office.
Wow.
So that's
And
why I
then-
said how you can cope up this type of tight schedule, traveling around, and then do art at the same time. So it's very
Yeah, it
you
was
need-
tiring actually,
tiring, right?
especially those red eye flights.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, Sunday night you after painting you quickly go home and change, go to the airport, take the overnight flight, and then morning when you arrive, you go straight to the office.
But how can you cope this type of stress?
No,
With
like,
this-
not stressful.
Because he enjoy.
Because you enjoy the painting.
Yeah.
Everything, right? Not just the painting, but the journey.
Traveling.
Even meeting people overseas, finance. Yeah, I actually love my job very much.
Oh, sorry.
Are you the artist?
Yeah.
You are.
Yes.
Are you local?
Yes.
Can I get your name card?
I have no name. You go to my website. YIPYC.com. Yeah, YIPYC.com. My name also.
It was time also to develop my art. Right, when you get some recognition, you should pursue that interest and make it better.
But for your age, it's considered very young to semi-retire from your main job, right? Because you look very young.
No, there are. It's just like doing different things in your life. There are many people much younger. They switch from one career to another or semi-retire and do other things. There are many.
But
There
for
are many.
Singapore, it's a bit difficult, right?
No lah, if you find it, there are many people.
Very many.
Yeah.
Hi, yes.
When you first draw this man,
Ah.
right? Was it based on memory or do you have photo of
No
it?
lah, there was also.
Oh my god, can I take photo of that?
Yeah, you can Google it. This is from Google.
Oh, how
You Google Yeo Ban Kok. All the pictures will appear. Then Yeo Ban Kok, the
Oh.
real person. You see this real cut.
So this is not the only one that is based on the real image, right? The other murals also?
The Mama Shop also was the real person.
Ah.
So far, have you collaborated with Japan side or anybody except
For the Conan, detective Conan.
In Singapore, yeah, in Singapore only this one, yeah.
the Japan side? Not much, right? Or have?
Japan, in Japan.
Yeah.
Actually, this year I was supposed to go over to Osaka to do some work. Yeah, but just before the Olympics. But of course, everything is off. Yeah.
Cannot.
Yeah, I said I wanted to do less. I wanted to do, especially in Singapore, do less, but do more overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Singapore, the more you do, right? You cannot be everywhere you go. You see my works, and people, sian.
Sian.
There's nothing fresh, right?
I think it's
Everywhere
it's
you
good
see,
to bring
it's
it to
not good.